The 3-step method to avoid regret after an argument. You just had an argument, and now your hands are shaking. Your chest is tight. Your brain just won't stop running. Should you text him? Should you apologize? Should you block him? Should you unblock him? Should you say one more thing so he finally gets it? And here's what's actually scary. You might do all of those things in the next 20 minutes. Because right after an argument, your emotions are not just charged, they're in charge. And the problem with letting your emotions being charged after a fight is that the emotions change fast. 1 minute, you're done with him. An hour later, you miss him. By morning, you feel guilty. By afternoon, you're angry all over again. And you have not made one decision, you've made 4 in the same day about the same person. That's not confusion. That's what happens when you're deciding from how you feel instead of deciding from what you have seen. In this video, I want to give you one question. One question that can stop you from going back for the wrong reason, leaving for the wrong reason, or apologizing for something that wasn't yours to carry. My name is Sōké. I teach women the same tools I taught my 3 daughters. How to stop making dating decisions from emotion, hope, guilt, and confusion, and start making them from evidence. Because what I've learned from working with women in these exact moments is this. Most women already know what they feel. What they don't know is whether that feeling should be driving their decisions. That's what this video is about. Let me tell you what actually happens after the argument ends. The yelling stops, the texting stops, the back and forth stops, and then it's just quiet. And that quiet is where the second guessing lives. Maybe I came at him too hard. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed him away. Maybe I overreacted. Any of that sounds familiar? Here's the thing though. That may not be clarity talking. That may just be the emotion changing its form. During the argument, the emotion was anger. After the argument, the emotion shifts to guilt, loneliness, then fear, then missing him. And each new emotion wants you to make a new decision. That's why you went from I'm done to should I text him in the same night? Not because the situation changed, but because your feelings changed. So here's the tool. Before you make any move, ask yourself, am I deciding because of what I feel, or am I deciding because of what I've seen? That's it. If it's because of what you feel, wait. If it's because of what you've seen, decide. Step 1, put the phone down first. I mean this literally. The first move after an argument is not to text. It's not to explain. It's not to fix the tension. It's to stop. Because your body right now wants relief, not accuracy. Relief says, fix this now. Text him now. Make the pain stop now. But the fastest move is not always the right move. So stop first. Give yourself enough space to ask the question. Step 2, name what's actually driving you. Now you need to be honest about what you're actually feeling. Not in a deep journaling type of way, just name it plainly. I'm angry. I feel guilty. I'm embarrassed. I'm scared he's gonna go and start pulling away again. I just want the pain to stop. I miss him. I don't want him to leave me. I'm frustrated. Once you name it, use this test. If I didn't have this feeling, would I still make the same decision? If the answer is no, don't decide yet. The feeling is leading you. Step 3, look at what you've actually seen. Now look at the behavior, not the words, not what you hoped, Not what he said during the fight when things were heated, the behavior before the argument. Did he follow through? Did he keep his word? When you brought up something before, did he actually hear you? Did he repair things the last time he hurt you? Or did he just apologize and then repeated the same behavior? Did he make you feel like asking for basic effort was way too much? Because here's what I need you to hear. A softer tone after an argument is not the same as changed behavior. A sad text is not accountability. I miss you is not the same as I understand what I did and here's what I'm doing differently. Words are claims. Behavior is evidence. Always look at the evidence. Now ask the question again. Am I deciding from a feeling right now, or am I deciding from what I've seen over time? If you're going back because you're lonely, wait. If you're apologizing because you feel guilty, wait. If you're pulling away because you're angry, wait. If you're staying because you're scared he'll move on, wait. But if you're leaving because his behavior has shown you a clear pattern, make a decision. If you are setting a boundary because of what you have seen has repeated, make a decision. If you're staying because his actions actually matched his words over time, make a decision. The point is not to avoid making decisions. The point is to make sure the emotion of the moment is not the one deciding your future. Here's a story from one of my daughters. I'll call her Shania. She was sitting on the edge of her bed, phone in hand, staring at an apology she had already typed. I'm sorry. I did not mean to make it a big deal. The argument had ended about 40 minutes before. He had not really ended it. He just stopped replying to her. But before she hit send, she told me she remembers something we talked about. Before you make a decision, ask yourself, am I deciding because of what I feel or because of what I've seen? So she put the phone down. The fight started because she asked him why he kept saying he missed her but never made actual plans to see her. He responded by telling her she was putting too much into it and putting too much pressure on him. He said she was overthinking. She said she was tired. Then he disappeared from the conversation. No trying to fix it, no accountability, no nothing. Then she got into her head. Maybe I pushed him away. Maybe I ruined it. But she came back to the question, am I deciding from what I feel or from what I've seen? She was deciding from guilt, not understanding. So she looked at the evidence. He canceled plans. He called basic consistency pressure. He disappeared instead of trying to work it out. The argument didn't create the problem. It reveals how he handles one. So she deleted the apology, not to punish him, but because she realized she was about to apologize for having some type of a standard. She waited. And when she made a decision, it came from what his behavior had already shown her, not from panic. All of this matters because the emotions that hit you after an argument are some of the strongest ones you'll feel. Anger can make you cut somebody off before you really look at the pattern. Guilt can make you carry blame that was never yours. Loneliness can run you straight back into the same dynamic just for you to get hurt again. Fear of him moving on can make you lower your standard you said you would always hold. That's why the question matters. Am I deciding from what I feel or am I deciding from what I've seen? If it's from what you feel, wait. If it's from what you've seen, decide. That one pause is how you protect yourself from making decisions you will regret in a week. Now, I want to be clear. Waiting doesn't mean pretending you're not hurt. It doesn't mean give him a pass. It doesn't mean going silent forever. It means you're not handing a major decision to the loudest emotion that you're feeling right now. You can still leave. You can still have a conversation. You can still say, this doesn't work for me. But you want that to come from what you've seen, not from what you feel at 11 p.m. on a Thursday night after a fight. So right now, right after the argument, put the phone down. Name the emotion honestly. Ask yourself, if this feeling were not here, would I still make the same decision? If no, wait. If yes, look at the behavior, then decide from that. Not from guilt, not from loneliness, not from fear, from what you've actually seen. If you got any value from this video, let me know by placing a blue heart in the comments. If you're already past the point of trying to figure him out and you just want clarity in your actual situation, I made a video just for that exact moment. It's right here.